Alrighty, we are here. Let's do a quick audio check. Good morning, Predator. That's cool. You got to run soon. Good morning, Copier. Wayne, how's it going? Let's see here. Audio sounds pretty good. Sounds good. Nice big move up overnight there, huh? What do you guys think? Big move up, 300 plus points. Good morning to Mimi. Kind of at the 50 here. Yes, tapping a pivot there, 59.33. I was looking at the news. There's no real news today. We have a 30-year bond auction at 1 p.m. Eastern. Other than that, I don't see anything. Mancini's saying 59.19 support. If we lose 19, we sell down to 900. Above 19 and 22, we have 59.55. Next level up. Let's see. Bulenox is indeed 90%, Wayne. Indeed, 90%. So we'll see kind of what happens here at open. I'm anticipating some sort of a pullback, obviously. You know, it's kind of what we'll need in order to look for longs. I don't think I'm going to be bearish today. Just kind of bullish overnight here. So pushing the 90 here. See if this thing were, it might make it back in the 715, 720s before we open up. Good morning, Thomas. 20 minutes to open here. Just kind of see what happens. So I'll show you guys kind of what I'm doing today. Your dog Max had his bone already. Perfect. I'll show you guys kind of what I'm doing today. I wasn't sure how to test the Replicanto Copier. So I did have to do a little test trade. It didn't work at first. So we lost a little bit on the Tradeifys. But I do have all my PAs linked from APEX on Replicanto now. Now you can see here we have added a Myth live account. So we got our live account. Started with $2,000. It's at 1982. Little $5 break-even trade earlier. So these will all be linked on Replicanto today. I am going to change my ATM strategy a bit as well. Instead of just targeting $250, we're going to target $400 per trade. Still risking $200. But after doing my back testing, I'm noticing that the average winner is 26 points. Or, yeah, 26 points. So I think targeting 20 points instead of 12.5 makes a lot of sense. Does a couple things for us that improves our risk to reward, number one. Number two, that kind of allows us to be able to take a second trade if we decide to. Because if our average winner is $400 and the average loser is $200, then we could essentially take two trades. If we get one winner, one loser, we're up $200. If we get two losers, we're down $400. If we get one winner, we're up $400. We put it away. So that's kind of my thinking there. Good morning, D. Trader Monk, how's it going? I still will be executing the exact same trade on Quantower here using the Bulenox, My Funded Futures, Profit Trade, etc. as well. So yeah, lastly, the way I set mine up now, once I get to 50 ticks, so I'm sorry, yeah, once we get to, what did we do? Let me double check it. So I did a custom offset. Once we get to 15 points, it locks in 10. So 15 points, it's going to lock in 10. So we're either going to get 20 or 10 once it hits 15. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm still going to use the same break-even method. So once we hit the internal, I'm still going to manually move the stop to break even. And then we'll just go from there. How's it going, Andy? I think by doing it this way, I'm going to increase the size of my winners. I don't think it's going to affect my win rate negatively. Maybe very minimal. There could be some trades where it goes 10 points in profit, it doesn't hit the break even, and I get stopped out or something along those lines. But in that scenario, if the stop's too big and we get 10, 12 points in profit, we may just take it. We'll see. But we do have a live account linked there, $2,000 starting out. We are going to trade a mini. Same concept. If we lose it, we lose it. We'll see what happens. Good morning, Bashar. But that's what we're going to do. So I'll be executing on screen and off screen the exact same trade. So if you see me take it here, I'm taking it over here as well. Up 1,600 on your 5 PAs. Let's go, Shahid. Seems like you probably just got long. What's up, Kieran? Doing good. I did make $826 overnight there. We were up about 2,300 on that account. Took a few losses, just, you know. But still up $800. Can't complain. So we'll kind of see what happens at open here. Kind of anticipating a pullback, but, you know, we'll kind of see what happens. It's all we can do. Yeah, Zach, I don't know why it's doing that. The time is correct. I don't know why it's doing that. I mean, I'm assuming because of the time change, but like my clocks are all correct, so I don't quite know why it's doing that. What's up, Shiny Paladin? We do it over here on this one too. I don't quite know why the time is wrong. Mad Moxie, good morning. Happened to you too, Zach. So what'd you do? Just make it 10:30 to 11:30? Thomas, good morning. He is pushing up here above the 59.33s. Just gonna look at a couple of little things here. Let's check out the higher time frame. Let's look at the 15 minute, the 5 minute, see kind of what we're dealing with in this area. This wick is sitting in a 5 minute. Let's see. Looking at these two areas here. I'm just going to mark these out. Boom, boom, boom. Matty Matt, USA. What up, Black Beauty? Isn't a blessing, the man of God. So got an to see Kamala again. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I felt like Trump might win, but like you never know, like, right? You just never know what's going to happen. So you just have to wait and see, that kind of thing. So you just had to wait and see. Good morning, Lavi, Felix, Tomas. I don't know if I told you. So what time is it? 9:18. We'll kind of see what happens here at open. Again, I'm going to be taking a trade on the fundeds today. We'll see if we can outline a very nice trade and one that makes sense and take it and not do anything stupid. We've got our copiers on, all that good stuff. You voted for a realtor? Perfect. Pine tree in the house. What up? Let's see what we get. Have I ever been on tilt? How do you overcome it? I constantly pass accounts. Once I reach funded, I freeze up and blow accounts every time. Al, I'm going to tell you a story. Cicerone, howdy. Good morning, Marco. We'll tell you a quick story, Al. We have time. I'll tell you a story of a man named Methodical, who on November the 5th said he wasn't going to trade his funded accounts. And then he sees a setup and he decides it's good enough to trade the funded accounts. He enters the setup when it triggers, only to realize the copy trader is not on and he's only in on one account. So what does Methodical do? He closes the trade, turns on the copier, quickly re-enters the trade. Although now he is 10 points higher than his original entry, with his target only being 12.5 points with a 10-point stop. The market says, no, 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 Mr. Methodical. It immediately pulls back, touches his stop for a $200 loss, and then rocket ships higher to Methodical's profit target. Methodical decides he's not going to take any more trades on those accounts that day. He leaves the stream. He sees another setup. He says, let's do it. He enters. This time, Methodical doubles the size and takes another 10-point loss. He's now down $700 on the day on all of his funded accounts. It happens to everybody, Al, including me. So I was down $700 yesterday on my accounts, actually $750. I end up taking a $500 winner in Power Hour to get only down $250. So this happens to everybody, man, including me. It still happens. It happened yesterday. I could have had a real bad day. Ended up only being down $250. Should have been up $250, but broke my rules and did something stupid. And I really could have cost myself. So, Al, the only thing I can say is just set a rule, follow it. Someone mentioned sizing down. That's always a good option. And just go from there. But I'm telling you guys, it still even happens to me. There's no reason for me to take a second or a third entry yesterday, and I did, and it could have cost me dearly. So, yeah. What up, Calms, Lavi, Alcy Faye, good morning. Still holding along Bitcoin. Woof, let's go. Bitcoin to the moon yesterday. Thanks, Copier. Part of the journey, just need to prevent it as much as possible. Exactly. Yeah, you left her, D. Let's go. Yeah, I did that yesterday, guys, and I was just so mad. I was down 750, and I was so mad at myself. I walked away from the computer. I came back, and I saw another setup, and I took it. It ended up being like over a $500 winner. Would have actually gotten me back to break even, but if I would have held. But I just was happy to get back to down 250. So, what up, Josh? Smash the like button. Yeah, Kieran, exactly. But I did it yesterday for no reason. So, you own Bitcoin since 2015. Let's go, Green Knight. What up, AS? So yeah, how do you prevent that? You just gotta make rules and follow them. That's just what you have to do. And unfortunately, everybody breaks the rules sometimes, and the rules cost you. So it cost me, but we're good. We're good. Yeah, it did. AS. Yolma in the house. Good morning. I'm doing good. Yeah, that's the thing, Manny Matt. That's what I did yesterday. I sized up. That's the biggest mistake. It's not necessarily taking the second trade. It's just sizing up. Moses, I'm logged in with no problems. So as you can see, I'll show you guys. As you can see on my Tradeify accounts, look at the balances. I had gotten these back to break even. And then yesterday, I unlinked these because they have the daily loss limit. So I didn't want to hit the daily loss limit. So these are, we got work to do. And then you can see our balances on our PAs. 24.6, 24.5, 24.4, 24.4. So we're down between $250 and $500, you know. So kind of starting off with work to do. So, but at the end of the day, it's just one trade, right? It's just one trade. So you still have one day a month where you go on tilt. Yeah, I mean, Pine Tree, I do too. I really got to try to dial it in and stop doing that. Yeah, Bassett, I like that rule too, and I try to follow it. But man, yesterday, I don't know what it was. I wanted to just press the button. Bear had problems logging into Bewley this morning. You watching Benny Johnson? Who is Benny Johnson? I don't know who that is. I'm using Replicanto Green Knight. Ooh, look at this boner candle before open. Trading goes one step forward. Start with micros. Yeah. You hit your threshold to qualify for Bulenox account, but I haven't gotten an email. You don't automatically get an email, Ariane. You have to submit it yourself. You have to submit it yourself. So hit the submit past evaluation button and do it. What up, Nordmark? Look at this thing rip right before open too. That's weird. The market decided we're going to the moon right now. Right now, D, this account will be leading with the Bulenox, but the other account will be leading on Sim. So I got this chart here that I'm going to be using my Replicanto on. But I'll take the same trade on both. Nordmark, I don't keep it private. I guess I'll tell you today. Evelyn, good morning. I don't vote. Data high from last Wednesday at 7:35, is it? Mega, what up, Anna? We got 3 minutes till open. 40 ticks is 10 points, Pegasus. Very tight. Yeah, we'll see, Bassett. I think today is going to be decent. Nordmark, I'm just not political. I mean, I don't want to trigger people because it does trigger some people, but I'm just not political. Just not. I like the 25K Pine Tree, but I think the 50K is okay. The 25K, the reason I like it is because you get to $1,600 in order to get to payout. That's all. Instead of $2,600. I don't know, Maswell. You lost so much money today, Anna? Nah, come on. Aaron, how's it going? Rob's, good morning. Nothing wrong with that, Lassie. It makes sense, right? You lost 1,100, Yolma. It's okay to choose violence. I think we're bullish. Yeah, Lavi, I like the 25Ks. I think we're bullish. I do think we're bullish. I think pushing it open. I would like a pullback at open, to be honest. I'd like us to retest the 640s, but I don't know. The only thing with the 25Ks, if you go on tilt, you're going to blow them. You know, you take 2-3 losses in a row, you're going to blow them. That's the only thing. So you'd have to be very disciplined. Very disciplined. All right, let's see what happens here. Press long and go away. Yoma, we got 59.22 to 19 as support, and then 59.55 is above. If we lose 19, we sell to 900, and above 55 is 73. So 19 supports, 55 above, 900 below. That sort of. Appreciate you, Yoma. Hey, the Knowledge Hub. Welcome to the Methodical Crew. Thank you for your subscription. You are, in fact, the man. I mean, this gap probably holds here. I mean, like, would not be unreasonable to just long here, right it open, you know, gamble Rooski. But oh yeah, you did say that calm trades. I do remember you saying that. I do remember you saying that. I did think you were a little nuts when you said that, but it doesn't look so nuts now. It doesn't look so nuts now. Oh. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Yes, that's in 33. Here comes the open. 40 seconds. She is just going. I'm going to try to just wait. Even though I do feel the urge to jump in. One short, one long at open. Hey, that's perfect strategy, Bass. It works every time. What is the midnight open? Let me see. Where was the midnight open? That would be a pretty healthy pullback, though, wouldn't it? 90s. I guess not too bad. Here we go. There's the push. ES pulling. ES is pulling. Going to be super strict today. ES ripping lower. Ripping lower here. By ripping, I mean 8 points. Kind of holding up here. Got to get the ES and the Nasdaq in sync here. Long the 22 SMA for 15 points. Let's go. ES pulling back down to the 22s here. 25s. Trying to test the 22s, I'm thinking. Swept the 902 candle there on the ES. Kind of out of sync here. Out of whack. Yeah, I'm trading funded. I'm trading everything D altogether. Dun, 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 dun. There's not much to do here so far. We just wait. We wait. I say we wait. No fair value gap or anything here in the first minute. 2 minutes. 740 short scalp. Equal lows and highs. Do we have equal lows and highs? Oh, we did leave equal highs. No, those aren't exact. They're off by a tick. And it ran through it now. $0.88 made per account. Let's go. Oh, I don't hate it. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. Ripping higher. $7.07. It's going to the 730s. It's just no way I can just long here. Like I said, I mean, you would expect this gap to hold, but you know me in the 95. I like the pullback into the 95. I should buy here. I'm going to buy here, but not on, just on these accounts. I think I'm going to buy. I'm going to try it on these accounts. I'm going to move the stop to break even pretty quickly here. I just think it goes. Holy cow, this thing is beeping like crazy. What is going on? What in the world happened there, guys? I mean, clearly this is a nice 20-point winner, right? The copier was making all kinds of noises, which is not a good sign. All right, we got $400 on the Bulenox. I got $75. I hate it when it does this. Whenever I move the stop to break even, it took me out of my accounts. It took me out of them. When I moved the stop, it took me out. So I made $100, $400 only on the lead account, $400 on another eval. What did it do here? $75. You got to be kidding me. Stupid copier. I mean, look at this, guys. This is so frustrating. $75, $85 on these direct-to-funded accounts. Oh, 400 on one. Let's go. So 400 here. And then all these, my funded futures did not copy correctly, and we made $75, $85, $90. So it's okay. That was a chase play. I'm okay with taking that on like those accounts, but I want to take that on the other one. So yeah, whenever I move the stop, so as soon as I moved the stop to break even, it took me out of a lot of my positions. And I was still in positions. I think it might have entered me short here too. That might have taken away some of the profits. So I might be lucky to even have $100 there. So you blew 12 accounts with Quantire one trade. Yeah. I think it's going up there. I think that's logical. I even got in late. I think that 95 bounce was the play. Where is it at? Down here. I mean, look at that big wick down, and then 95 bounce. We got in at 07. But all right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to turn that copier off, because there's no point in continuing to do that. But what we'll do is switch over to an eval here. What eval are we going to trade, though, is the question. I think I'm going to go to that My Funded Futures that I traded overnight. 2040. So let's copy this stuff. And let's just go to the My Funded Futures. That's all right. You'd be like, oh, methodical, why don't you take that on the other ones? That's too high risk to take on all those other accounts. So you can see exactly what happened here, right? I longed here. You can see how it took me out. See what happened here? So I longed here. It took me out of the trade here when I moved the stop to break even. It entered me short here. You can see it clearly on this chart what had happened. You can see it clear as day. It entered me short here. And then when I finally hit canceled and I saw I was still in a position short there, that's what cost me the money. You see that? You guys see that? I only took one position, but it entered me into a short because it closed my position when I moved the stop. That's the problem with this copier. And it does it even when you don't have a large number of accounts. I mean, I'm rolling with like 9 accounts on here right now. It's not like there's 30. So yes, not going, guys. Didn't make a new high or anything right now. It's just kind of holding up right there at the 33s. Is that going to bring the old nasty down? 25K hedge worked well. Hit profit on then. Some of you ripped the opposite. Let's go. Let's go. You got to love it. I had that happen on Friday, Pine Tree. You got accidentally on Quantire and closed green. Good thing you got green, I guess. What up, Jason? So it's hard when it's volatile to move too quick. Some of the 1 second candles up and down. Yeah, that's true. Yuri, how's it going? I just hate it when it doesn't work. Like, I don't mind it. I just don't like when I move my stop to break even, how it takes me out of the position and it messes all the orders up. You see why I cannot trade micros on Quantire Copier? So I can't trade micros. It would be an absolute nightmare. So it would be an absolute nightmare. Again, ES not making new highs here, guys. If the ES gets going, we moonshot. If the ES can just go, this thing's just going to rip higher. 850s, 900s, maybe incoming. I swore I marked some stuff out above there, but there might not be much. Let's go to the hourly and see. ES just not moving. Oh, why am I on the 30-second chart here? Oh, move it to the minute. Dun, 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 dun. Zero plans to have levels above. Well, we do have some levels above. I thought we had levels above. I thought did I mark them all out? Is that the all-time high? That's not all-time high, is it? No. Oh, is it? Did we really rip right through there? I am using Replicanto Relic over here on the other accounts. That I only had like 10 accounts linked on that one. Holy cow, look at all those markings. I don't know why it's not showing me the data to the left there. 820 next. There's 800s. This thing is just good. This DX feed is having data issues. You guys having the same problem? I see my other feeds over here moving just fine. This one is not. Micros paying the bills. Let's go. Nothing wrong with that, Matty Matt. 21,237. That's what I was thinking, Relic. Lassie, I'm using Replicanto, and I don't know what's going on with my data feed here. Where do we push on that push up? 805. I don't mind this actually. If we get a little, get another little pop above there. Finally, this thing loaded. Yeah, I was just saying to myself here, I don't mind to push back above the 800 level here. All right, Matty Matt. I did not request any payouts. Maybe, Lassie, it's possible. ES is finally starting to go. And then it's pulling back. Yeah, we do need a pullback. I mean, a pullback's what I need to find a spot for a decent setup, but I don't know if we get it. I don't mind it. Good morning, Clarity. Yeah, I tend to agree. I think longs are in play. I'm actually considering a long right here, to be honest. I think back above 95, we push into the 810s fairly quickly. That's my thought process there. But ideally, I would like to see some sort of pullback, maybe test, and then go higher. I have no idea what this frickin' opening range thing is doing. This thing's... It marked out the 830 to 930 instead of the other way around. Why is it doing that? There we go. Yeah, I did ICT. I didn't get a chance to implement anything. I was kind of a little late to the, not late to the computer, but wasn't early, if you know what I mean. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I might not have it on the proper time zone down here, I guess. I mean, it looks like I do, but maybe I don't. I mean, ES has not shown the strength here that the Nasdaq has shown so far, so just not showing the strength at all. Yeah, looks nice. Appreciate it there, ICT. I heard somebody talking about you yesterday. I can't trade. Who was it? I think it was trading with Travis. He was like, some guys in my chat, his name is I Can't Trade, or I something like that, on Jay's stream. Yeah, we'll pull it up in just a bit. Let me finish trading first. ICT. Let me finish looking for a setup here. I do think the ES should maybe hold that 22 to 19 to 22 area. Big order on Bookmap at 700. That would make sense. Let's go for right. I love it. I love it. Short from 780. Goodness, Bassett, you the man. $731 is the previous 4-hour high. I also have a 1 minute OB here. First test of it. I don't mind starting to look for another long off that 19 area there on the ES, even the 22. If we get a long setup out of there, I wouldn't mind it. We need a little bit of an expansion lower, though, in order to give us, you know, kind of like that, to give us the opportunity to even take a long. We need this gap to stay open. Lows 323. Woof. All right, watching the 30-second chart here now. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. Look at this thing pull back. I need to close this gap up a little bit. Otherwise, we'll use the 30-second chart for our entry. This is that first, this is that gap down here that we had it right before open. I wouldn't mind it closing this gap in a little bit, to be honest. $919 on ES, yeah. We're below it, which means we could sell. We could continue down, but the failed breakdown is like one of Mancini's, that's his play. That's his strategy, right? The failed breakdown. Boom, boom, boom. Institutions profit taking classic gap. Yeah. Your target's 550. Gonna hold. I mean, Yeah, Lassie, true. What does the fail breakdown mean? It means that you lose the level and you reclaim it, Yoma. So it breaks down below that level and then it reclaims it and moves higher. That's the failed breakdown. This thing is just going. It's just going down here. I mean, almost makes you feel like you just want to jump in short, but too late now. Not really seeing any other opportunities here either. Dun, 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 dun. 677 holds, but might go to 622 before it's ready to go back up. Yeah, we'll see. ES bouncing off the VWAP here. What is all these levels down here? Oh my goodness, I don't know what all that is. ES moving through the VWAP. Next level down 900. Let's see what it does. The yellow lines are just lines I put on there for levels. This is the VWAP. Dun, 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 dun. 5920 supports, keeps rally going. 02, 88 below. So 5902. And then 88 below. On the ES there. Dun, dun, dun. I will ICT once I'm done. Let me get my trade, bud. Hold on. Do that long before confirmation. No, I think longs are in play. I think they're fine. It's just you got to find a spot to get in, right? I mean, like, obviously the short paid, right? We moved right through all this, but there really was not a whole lot here holding us up. And the ES, we had a big S&T with the ES, right? Had a big S&T. So we'll see what happens. Let's see what we get. Did leave relative equal lows down here. They're not exact, but they are close. Might try this on an eval only. I'm not going to try this on anything other than an eval. Still holding. Down 500 only at the moment from 1100. Let's go. You have diarrhea. There's no payouts in November yet, ICT. We had to start over after having basically all our eggs in the FTT basket there. We had a bunch of accounts that were very near payout, and when they rug pulled us there, I just had to switch gears. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So the November payouts, our goal is just going to be 10 to 15,000, and we're going to have to grind it. They're probably going to come towards the end of the month, if they come at all. So We could get something like this, maybe. Good morning, Francis. Fast track. Evelyn. They changed the rules. They changed the rules on me. Again, I'll take this on an eval only. If we close below that, stop will go at the top of this green candle's body here, 681. I'll take 1 mini into the VWAP if we can close below that. Only on an eval. I think it's an okay trade. It's not, you know, certainly not my model, but I think it's all right. All right, I'm in. Again, we'll just put the stop up here. And we'll take profit. I don't even know if I want to even target the whole VWAP. Maybe not. You can see how it's just ripping right against me right away. Hey, let's go. Cookby, welcome to the Methodical Crew. Thank you for your subscription. You the man. Good morning, Andy. 2 days away from FTT payout. Yeah. I don't know, Jeff, if we ever get paid. We'll see. Calm says 625 incoming. Maybe. I might get stopped out here, though, on this pushback up. ES is not moving up, and Nasdaq is. It's a much deeper pushback up than I would typically like. Is it going to get us? Looks like it. I'm going to reduce risk here because I don't like how this is bouncing. So that body of that candle right there, 13 points. If it turns back green, then I'm out. Clean this up a little bit so you guys can see better. Stop to break even really is below this wick here at 52. Probably just get stopped. Yep, there we go. Stopped us out. And it might just go without us. I mean, I don't want to keep 20 plus points of risk on there. So no matter what happens, we gave it a shot. Eval only, you know. Yeah, I was on a sell, Felix. There's a pivot at 58. Is there? Because I don't see one. Anybody else have a pivot at 58? I don't even know. Where are my pivots? Are they not on here? They should be. I don't know why they're not showing up. Uh-oh, Yoma. Yeah, don't do that. Oh, it's on the 4 hour. Oh, I got you. And there it goes. So if I left my stop where it was, that stopped to break even there. And then the target, ultimate target there was going to be 35. Right in that area. Dun, dun, dun. So we lost, what did we lose there? Like 200 bucks? 250? Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I think the idea there to reduce risk was fine. right? It came, actually, it would have stopped us out. Never mind. So my stop was right there, and that candle actually would have stopped us out. I didn't even notice that. And then it went down. ICT, I'm not showing it right now, man. You entered after I got stopped out because I know it will continue. Let's go, Bashar. Oh. Oh, goodness. I will show the thumbnail in just a bit. I have to log into my email to show it. Actually, I can't even log in. I have to do it from a different way. I have to do it this way. All right, ES back above the VWAP here, bouncing right off the O2 level. Kind of interesting spot. I mean, it's not really anything clear here that I can enter off of, though. The server's down. I don't know. It's working for me, or it was. Yeah, I'm sleepy, Yoma. I only slept like 5 hours last night, 5.5, and then I did that late night stream. I think you probably were in the bed, so you didn't catch it. But I streamed until after 11 last night, Eastern. So 11 Eastern. Let's see what happens here. Anybody know the problem with this gap? It still might work. Let's go, D. ES is approaching the 19 here. Over 750, start reaching for 800. Look at that close. That's a lovely close. Retesting the 19 here on the ES as well. So maybe we put in an order block here and then close above. I don't know. I need to decide if I'm going to take this or not, guys, on the fundeds. Yeah, nothing wrong with small trades. Makes sense. ES retesting the 19 there. Just kind of watching here to see what happens. We'll see here. Daily chart breakdown, and we could see some momentum. I don't know if I love shorts, but we did leave relative equal lows down here. Tin can is a fair value gap. This is a fair value gap. Oh, I was considering the short, but tin can, no, I draw it out. There are indicators that do it, but I just draw them out when I see them. There's the close below 701. It's already below the 90. I think this is going to go down, but I don't know. It's so hard for me to take it. Yes, bouncing off the VWAP there. We worked 2 days on QZ and 3 days. No, I don't. Should be fine. No, Trev, I'm actually bullish. That's the reason why I'm like, hesitant to take this. I should have taken this is a short. This is a 11-point gap. You can hardly see it there because this gap's so big. But ES is at the VWAP. Kind of got the 200 right there at the 690s as well. Some of those smaller spikes and consolidations are difficult. Yeah. I don't know. I think the short it might work here. I don't really know. I mean, realistically, would have entered at 694. Would have gave 13 points so far, but nothing other than that. The VWAP entry model. The Toyota Camry VWAP entry model. That's what we're looking for. If you guys haven't already hit the like button for me, subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. We do appreciate it. Yes, it's retesting the VWAP here. That would be my 20 points. It's so hard for me to take that. The Japanese candle model, 2000 BC. I mean, we actually outlined this exact trade and I didn't take it. I mean, I said we need to push back up to here, maybe hold. We did barely hold. And then we inversed with decent momentum. So yes, bouncing off the VWAP again. Probably rerun this wick. Kind of makes sense. I guess I could have taken this on eval. Just kind of watching here. Started scaling from 50% stop with 760. Nice, let's go. I mean, it paid the 20 points there. Just didn't want to take it. Ask ChatGPT. Tell me what they say. Tell me what the exact the exact solution is. What should we do? Ask Max. All right. Long or short, Maxie? Long or short? Max said, I am sleeping. You guys did not vote me president of the United States, so I will not be answering you. So if we close above here, that could be a long spot. The only problem is this is really the gap that's holding price down, and we have no idea whether it's actually going to make it back to 740 or not. It's on the inside leg. Deciding whether or not to take a long or short position in the market depends on various factors, including current market conditions, your investment strategy, and risk tolerance. I like it. I like it. ES is testing the 19 now. I'm going to stab here in the eval because I think we could rip up here. And I'm going to go stop to break even right there. No close above there on the 1 minute. This is going to work, but I'm probably just not going to be able to get in on the anything other than the eval. We'll see. So stops in at break even. No close above there. Looking for a pretty big trade here. What up, Stock Tiger? ES tested the 22, popped above it for a moment, just a little peekaboo, and then went back below it. Still being held down here. Cool, D. I'll take a look at that. Nice job. 15 points, 25 points. Yeah, if we get a little OB here too, if we get a close above, that'll be extra confluence there. Maybe I could shorten my stop up a little bit. ES is holding below. I don't think, we're going to get stopped. Come on. Rip it up. Do I give this more room? Woo, how does that not get me there? I might need to give this more room. All right, I'm going to enter on the fundeds, guys, if we close above here. It's not completely ideal because the gap is so big, but it might just go too far, guys. I may not be able to enter. Dun, 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 dun. Yoma's warning me. Wait. Stop. Don't do it. It's going to get a close above there. I'm going to probably wait for a pullback. We are going to put in an OB here as well. So, like, If we retest this OB, I might get entered there with the stop being only 10 points. So 735, 734.75 on a pullback, we could maybe enter. Just go long. I'm already long, but I need something to give me a better risk to reward. Problem is I'm on a 10-point fixed stop, so if I enter on the other one like that, it probably wrecks me and still goes. So on a retest of the 735s, I will probably mark it in. Otherwise, we'll just hold this eval long until the 790s. We need what? 2,400. 772, tie my shoe. If we get a pullback into the 735s, I'll probably take it, but I don't think it's going to happen. All right, I'm in. Looks like it's going to be an insta stop out. Stops at 25. Come on, go. Rip it up. We need 757 to get out of this. All right, did it for me. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That's how you do it, boys and girls. That's how you do it. Patience. Patience pays. Patience pays. Patience pays. Look at the Myth cash account. $2,381. Let's go. You didn't like it? I thought it made a hell of a lot of sense, Yoma. All right, now I think we should start locking some in here. So obviously below this OB here would be the safest spot for the stop. And I might just take this off at 90, to be honest with you. We have a lot of drama kind of at that 90 area, typically. So I think I'm going to target like 89. All right, I'm locking in 50, almost 50 points here. I'm going to trail this tight. I do think it goes, but I don't want to sit through a whole bunch of stuff. Trailing it too tight, but I don't care. I'm going to lock in the gains. There we go. So locking in more than a 50-point winner there. Let me make sure that my trade copier is good over here too. I need to remember to check that. We are all good. Perfect. Perfect. Good morning, France. To the moon, says Rob. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, so that's kind of what I was aiming for. The idea here is like we get these accounts, even though I was in the red on some of these, you get these accounts right back to close to green, right? Like these are all back in the green now, and then we're only one more trade away from getting the others back in the green. So this was 26 accounts linked to this, just so you know. One live account. This is a live funded account, or not funded, guys. This is my live account. Like that's my live account right there that I just funded with $2,000. So we just made $381 on that live account today. Let's go. Let's go. Very happy with that. Was patient, pulled the trigger. I liked it. We did take a little drawdown, but Sathis Raharam, welcome to the Methodical Crew. Thank you for your subscription. You the man. Oh, because ICT, these mofos are telling you don't do it. Well, ICT, that's why I don't listen to anybody. I listen to myself. If you're right, I like the milestone accounts, man. I think they're awesome, but they're actually more affordable than Tradeify. So I think those accounts are awesome. I like the rules on them. I like the fact I did tell you guys wrong on the milestones. So if you get the Cove Trader, I'm using AMP Futures, and it's a Tradeivate connection. It's with Ninja, and so you just use your Tradeivate connection, and you're able to use it to log in Ninja. It's pretty simple. But the milestone account, you make the $1,500, they give you $750. You start over again. You got $1,000 in static drawdown on the 25K account. You make $1,500 again, they give you $1,000. You start over again with $1,000 static drawdown. You make $1,500 again, they give you $1,250. After the fourth payout, they move you to a live account with $2,000 or $2,500 starting balance. Yes, and My Funded Futures pays, and they pay fast. So, thanks, Rob. Oh yeah, I don't listen. You guys know this. I trade my way, you trade yours. If I take a loss, you take a loss, whatever. I mean, that's how it goes, right? That's how she goes. All right, let me look at the thumbnail. We're going to pull up this thumbnail that ICT made. You guys take a look at it, see what you think. This is the thumbnail that ICT made. Thank you for making that, ICT. Appreciate you. Yoma says 5 out of 10. I mean, yeah, guys, give it a rating. See what you think. Yeah, Treff, exactly. Which direct-to funding has the best deal? I think My Funded Futures is the best deal, to be honest. I really do. It's $170 for a direct-to-funded static account, which is a big deal to me. So, plus 620. Let's go, Josh. First ever payout. You the man, Josh. Josh getting his first payout. Let's go. That's awesome. Oh, put it in full screen. Where did it go? Full screen. There you go. Apex direct to funding. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it's $170, Lily Mealy, but it's a great deal, right? $10,000 or $25,000 account with 1,000 static drawdown. I think that's an awesome deal. Can't beat that. They're up 1,700 on this eval today too. Appreciate your history. Thank you. Oh, I have the Canva Premium ICT. I'm just not creative. Trev. Oh. Yeah, that's what I do, Lily Millie. I loaded up on those. I have 3 of those, and I like them. I think they're great accounts. Like I said, I know this is going to hit. I just didn't want to sit through all this that it's going to take to sit through, the little grind back and forth. Now, I know the profit, we're in profit. We could just sit at break even or even below this order block and be fine. And it probably hits the 805, probably even higher. I just didn't want to sit through all that. So, Bulenox pulled an Elite Trader Fund thing. Trader account deleted after requesting huge payout. I heard something about that, Black Beauty, but I'm not sure. I think Anna was telling me something about it, some guy on Twitter. So I would have to know the reason behind that. I don't know. Something about algo trading or something, which is supposedly allowed anyway, but there's got to be something more to that. But I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. Yoma, how much money I got left? I'm poor. I am poor. I am poor, Yoma. Got too many kids, you know what I mean? Black Beauty, do you have any other details on that? I know one person to have 445K in your Bulenox accounts is pretty huge. So I don't know. I need more info on it before I make a judgment. It's the first time I've ever heard anything like that with Bulenox. So, I try to reserve judgment until I got more info. I might reach out to somebody and ask about it too. It's hard to believe you make 445K algo trading though. Yes, Calms, I'll be your algo. Black Beauty, I think algo trading is supposed to be okay as well in Bulenox. They've traditionally never cared about that, so that's a little weird. I don't know. A little weird. Not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying I don't know. You know what I mean? Can you please recap why you entered that last trade? Well, Frank, if you're talking about the eval portion of it, I entered just based on this right here, and I'll show you. This is basically an I think trade, right? So on my eval, I entered right here. The break of 922, because the failed breakdown, we talked about this morning, the failed breakdown of a key level is Mancini's main strategy. So he likes to see a breakdown of a level, hold something. It held the next key level, pushed back up, retest, pulled back, held the VWAP, pushed back above, retest, and pushed back out. So I took the eval trade based on that. That's how I got the earlier entry. All right. On the funded accounts, I did not like the size of this gap. So it's 24 points. So in order to reduce my size, I have to wait for this OB, this order block here, to be created. So we created an order block here. Problem is, once the order block was created, see how high the stop still was going to be 18 points. If I enter here, I'm stopped out for a loss. So what I wanted to do was wait for a retest of this order block. So once it retests the top of the order block, I entered. We took seven points of drawdown, and then it went to, and my stop was going to be right there at the bottom of that red, right there at the bottom of the body of the red candle. So that's where the stop would be. So by waiting for the retest, I'm able to reduce my stop to 9.25 points. So you can still get the same kind of trade, but reduce the stop. Now in hindsight, if I thought it was going to dip this deep into the order block, I might have waited until this candle turned back green to enter. That might have been the better way to do it. But ultimately it worked out. So, but that was my reasoning behind the trade. Paired it with the ES, created an order block right inside the fair value gap, took a better pullback entry instead of just entering up here. Because again, if I enter up here, do I get my 20 points? Nope. It goes 12 points, and then it pulls back, stops me out, and then goes, and I'm furious. So I try to be patient with it. So if I was a prop firm to protect my assets, I would only allow as much money depending on the account. Yeah, Trev, that's kind of what My Funded Futures does. They have basically a limit, and you got to get there. Tom Brooks, just go through YouTube, watch videos, that sort of thing. You know, go through and watch videos. I mean, I don't pay for anything. I would never pay for anything because I believe that there's enough free information on online to do it. So. My Funded Futures has direct to funded for 175. Yes, they do, France. I'll show you. They should still have it. Now, this account is going away, guys. They are getting rid of this account sometime in early November. I do remember them saying that. I saw that in their thing. But yeah, if we scroll down and you come to the 25K account, the milestone, this is a direct to funded. You get 20% off this. It might only be 10% now. I can't remember. So it might be somewhere around $200. I think it's 170 still. We can check and see. But your profit target is $1,500. You can only trade one mini. There's no daily loss limit. It's $1,000 static drawdown. No activation fee. You know, and your target is just $1,500 to take out $750 on the first go. So you're going to take out 4 payouts and then they'll move you to a live account. So you know exactly what you're getting into. I don't want to show you guys that stuff. I'll tell you how much it is though. Let me log in and go through the purchase here and see what it is. I think it's still $171. See how close this thing's gotten to 20,805? Yeah, so it's 194 right now, actually. So it's only 15% off, 194, which is still a great deal. Still a great deal. Yeah, Bear, we can do that. IB is set. Wow, look what it did to my IB. My IB is all over the place. I'm going to have to uninstall this and install it. So there would have been where I would have got filled. All right, now it did it correctly. Now this is an initial balance play here. You want to see this close heavy? You want to see this candle close heavy? That's a good close. And basically, I don't even think I need my stop that low. We'll go right there. So we risk 255 for 300 here. Someone just told me on Topstep 50K and Quantower they did not let you trade more than 2 to 3. That's yeah, that is completely true, D. They don't have the scaling correct on Quantower. They never fixed it. On Ninja as well. Only on Topstep X did they fix the scaling. I like them, JL. They're a little bit too expensive, if I am being honest. And I don't like the platform that they require to use. I don't think you can use Quantower with them, but I'm not 100% sure. All right, there's the retest. I'm tagged in. A stop's going to go to break even at 815. So once we get back up to 815 here, I'm going to put the stop in at break even. Because technically that's normally where I would take profit at 815 anyway. So we'll put stop to break even once we get there, if we get there. If not, we might just get stopped. Had the stop one tick too high anyway. See if it goes. We'll likely get stopped out here. Need a really bullish reaction right here off that 92 level. Double bottom. Can it hold? Can it hold? You know what? I'm going to give this a little more room here. Just because I'm on an eval and I'm already green on the day, I think it's reasonable to think this could sweep those lows and then punch back higher. So I'm going to give it a little bit more room here, which is fine. All right, Predator, appreciate you. Heavy just means closes kind of like not with a big wick on it at the top or the bottom of the candle, so a very small wick. So in other words, if it pushed up and left a huge wick and then closed kind of towards the bottom like that, then that's not a very heavy, a strong candle. Might get stopped out here. ES hanging out at the pivot there at the 33s. I really didn't even notice. ES is still below IBL as well, or IBH, right? Yeah. So it looks like we're going to get stopped. Took an L there. That sucks. It's what I told the guys on the cord, 806 to 842. Could happen. All right, back to my entry. I might just take this off here. If this candle turns red, I think I'm going to take it off. Same as before. I want this to close back above my entry. Next candle opens and goes red, I'm going to kill it. I want it to open and go green right away. Come on. I'm out. Eating the loss there. You got to know when you're cooked. We're cooked. We're cooked on that one. We're cooked. Kind of broke through. That's the retest for the short, maybe. We are cooked. All right, ICT, appreciate you, man. Look at this thing go. That was your short there, a little short retest of the IBH. Selling off now. Yeah, you can't. Well, if they don't live in your household, then you don't have an issue. Problem is with the with the IP addresses, Thomas. If you're using a VPN, then they could make you turn it off and show yourself trading at the location you're at. They could ask for you to do that. So just, I've heard of people who using VPNs kind of getting payouts, not denied, but asking them to make videos and such because of the VPN. Yeah, it's the only thing about that retest there that I didn't really notice. ES did not make it above IBH there, which is concerning. So, but yeah, if they don't live in your house, you don't have an issue as long as you're trading on two different IP addresses. But yeah, otherwise, you don't want to do it. You like I buy at 635? I mean, 635 would be an awesome pullback, but I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, right now, you're looking at a retest of 735. Oh, 730. So you meant 735. Yeah. I think a retest of 735 probably makes a lot of sense there. Now, I'm not just going to long off the 735 level, right? We're not going to long just off that level. But maybe actually a little deeper down into the 720s. You know, something like I said, you want to kind of retest that zone. It's got to be with decent momentum so that you get something out of there, and then you long here. Now, here's the thing, though. You're targeting a high, right? You're targeting a high that just swept another high. So, like, I don't know. You just swept buy side. You swept it twice. We swept buy side here. We swept buy side here. So like, does it make sense to sweep it again? I'm not so sure. Not without maybe first taking out the low. So if we kind of come down here and take out these wicks down here in the 640s, then maybe you could target this high. But it gets a little bit iffy when we're targeting a high that's outside that opening range, in my opinion. But doesn't mean it can't work. It's just a little iffy. Really need to come down here and take out these lows would be ideal. I realize that's another, 100 points down, but 120 points. Has no eval history, no eval. You are funded immediately, and you are targeting, you got $1,000 in static drawdown. You can only use 1 mini, and you're targeting 1,500 bucks. So you're already funded as soon as you pay for it. Using the coupon code MM. There we go. Now, this is not bad. I mean, like, that's kind of what you want to see. You want to see some nice momentum. But ES tapped the 19 area there, too. I think it probably breaks the 19 again. On Quantile with Topstep, do you only get? Yes. So you can only trade, yeah, it's like two or three micro. I don't even remember what it is. Obviously, I don't trade micro, so it doesn't affect me. But yeah, that is correct. They don't have it fixed on Quantile or on anything other than Topstep X. They fixed the scaling on Topstep X, but not on anything else. Can you trade overnight with that account? You can't hold overnight, Will, but you can enter a position at 6 p.m. and then you can hold it till 4 p.m. the next, or 5 p.m. the next day. Yeah, that's what I did, D. That's what we did. Now, again, if we're just looking at this from a fib perspective, I mean, does this make sense? I mean, this is the leg. We're back in discount of this particular leg. I mean, even if we go from just the entire range, it's still tap discount, barely. So, I mean, it's not horrible. I don't hate this. Stops a little bit big. I'd much prefer, you do have 2 gaps in this leg. The 30-second isn't any cleaner, not really. I don't know. I tend to believe this gap probably holds, but we'll see. What time is it? 10:42. Two-minute has a singular gap. I don't love taking the trades off the 2-minute, but you do have an SMT here as well. You do have an SMT here because ES never made the new high. So that's the only thing here. Is this SMT going to hold this down if this does close above? I think probably so. Is there a max amount you can make per day on Bulenox? 5 days, make as much as you can. No, it's 40%, Alan. Passed the starter an hour ago. Yeah, let's go for right. That's awesome they do that, right? So it's 40%, Alan. So you can make as much as you want, but you just got to follow the 40% consistency. So let's say you average $1,000 a day. Well, that's fine. That just means in order for you to get to payout, you need to make 1,000 divided by 0.40. That means that you need to make $2,500. Is that right? Divided by 0.40. Yeah. So technically speaking, you got to get to 3,100 to take a payout anyway. So the most that you can make in a day is $1,240 anyway. So as long as you make less than that, you're fine. Yeah, we got a OB and also I mean, technically, is this a breaker? Let me see. High, low, high. There also was an untested wick there. I didn't even see that. That bounce, that actually was a pretty good buy off that level if you took it. That was a really good buy, actually. 40 points, 35 points. I didn't notice that. You made 1351. Yeah, you're okay, Alan. So all you got to do, let's just say, normally in an eval, I would say lose it. But in a funded account, I don't think that's a big deal. So 1351, that means you got to make times like 50, is it, what is 1351 times 0.40? I don't know, something's not right. $13.51. So let's say 3,600. Yeah, so you're fine. If you that just means you got to get to like 3,500 before you take a payout. Not that big a deal. If you get to 3,500, then you can take out 900. So it's fine. I think you're okay. You're okay there. But I am liking these Tradeify accounts. They are a little bit pricey, but I really do like the Tradeify accounts too. I want to get those to pay out. Obviously, we got work to do on those. Sitting at 49.2, which these are 50K accounts, so we do get $2,000 in drawdown. So right now we still got $1,263, but we got more work to do. I got to stop being stupid on those accounts. Again, I think if the ES loses the 19 here, which it looks like it might, then, you know, we'll see. Bulenox had a 10-day payout. No, it's 10 days history. Did I say that wrong? It is 10 days. You have to have 10 trading days. You can flip as many as you need. You can flip as many as you need. Let's see what we get. Elite Trader Funding, I like them, Mob. You just have to be very aware of the rules. I do have a code with them too, MM. You just have to be aware of the rules. I do like some of the accounts that they have, like their fast track accounts, where once you pass, I think the 100K account, they don't charge you an activation fee for the first 14 days. So what that means is you can take that first 14 days, and if you can get it to a payout, you're essentially free rolling in that account without having to pay any more money. And a lot of times those accounts are only like 40 or 50 bucks to start. So you get them really cheap. The only thing is you have to be aware of the rules. You have to be aware of what counts as a trade day. And, you know, they have been known to occasionally deny some larger payouts. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. We are aware of the issue with Nitro, and our team is actively working on a fix. Okay. That's what Fast Track just said in their Discord. I'm just waiting here because to me there's nothing obvious at this point. So these are all the accounts here. It's always nice to see, right? It's nice to see. It's nice to see when you just look at the accounts like that. And you're like, let's go. Good thing the Replicanto Copier copied correctly. If you're wondering why these have less, I had to take a couple of test trades to make sure the copier was working correctly. So these took a $50 loss this morning before open. So 26 accounts on the copier there, 26 times $400 basically. That's a nice day. Plus we got $400 on a few other accounts on the other trade that we took on Quantower. And then $100 on the other accounts. So, yeah, history, exactly. Load up. Just kidding. Look at this thing. Starting to push here. ES reclaimed the 22 area. I'm thinking now, after the resweep of liquidity, I mean, this probably works if we do get a nice bullish candle close above here. I do think a pushback into the 810s makes sense. You do have initial balance up here as well. But we'll see. So far, not really triggering anything. We've had really nice price action so far this morning. It kind of got a little choppy here, but that's on the move up. And then it's kind of a little choppy now. But overall, not bad. You have to buy a new eval, Israel, and start over. You buy a new eval and you start over. Now, I might like this better. Let's get a nice push down. Let's sweep this wick down here, or even some of these, and then get a long setup out of that. That would be awesome. Cheap trade, didn't have time to tell. That's all good. 10-minute doji, new candle starting. Doji is up or down for your rookies, unless at the bottom or the top. Oh, you blew your Bulenox account this morning? Hey, Bear, you're new. You're going to blow accounts. That's how it is. I still blow accounts. So you're definitely going to blow them. That's how she goes. But that's okay. Good news is they're 90% off. Use code coupon MM for the best deal. The highest pass rate. See, you used the wrong code last time. That's what the problem was. Had you used the code MM, you would have passed that puppy. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You probably used a pretty decent code. You blew 2 accounts yesterday. Yeah, Trev. I blew quite a few too. I blew quite a few. We do have a potential 30-second long setup here. The only thing I'll say about this setup, I don't mind it. The stop's fine. Relatively quick stop to break even, but the ES is below that key level there at 19. It may want to retest the O2s before we go higher. No, I didn't use 0 days. I've never used that man's code. Never! Never! Not that I have a problem with his code. I'm just saying. No, I used Husk Trader. Husk code. I always use Husk code for most everything. Most everything. Sometimes I use Yolma's codes every now and then. VWAP reaction, yeah, 59.12 there, approaching the VWAP. For the activation fee is 80. Yeah, so Pauline, how it works is you got 14 days once you pass to pay that fee. So if you can get to payout in 14 days and you essentially can use your payout for that fee, if you get what I'm saying. Don't have to get any money out of your pocket. Let's go, Israel. Uniman. Owlboy just woke up. Let's go. Code JT to support the actual broke trader. Come on, Yoma. I'm the broke trader too. Yeah, I don't think I'm shorting either. I'm just waiting. I mean, ES is at the VWAP, though. I think it pushes through there. If ES loses VWAP, we'll probably have a pretty quick little elevator down into the 650s, but I don't know. It's just tough for me to jump in at this point. The real short was the retest of IBH right here. That failed pivot when we went higher. We broke the swing, didn't displace a lot above it. Pulled back, retested, unable to get back above this high. Failed pivot right off IBH. That's your short spot. Even though, I mean, like, this setup pays a lot. If you just back tested these types of setups, and, you know, use it with IBL and IBH, I mean, they do pay a lot. You know, $100 in sales in Apex to get my custom code. Oh, okay. I got you. They said you got to have $100 now, Bear. Interesting. Oh, trust me, Bear. It took me a lot longer than $100 to get a custom code with Apex. I still remember my custom code. Or my uncustom code. Okay, that's interesting. Surprised I got back to you so fast about it. Usually I used to email them about the custom code, and it would be crickets for months. Crickets. AGTYQZUB. Anybody remember that code? That was my Apex code. AGTYQZUB. Myth is better. Myth is better. Bouncing off the 700s. Yeah, I mean, you could maybe take a short off the retest of 35. A little support and resistance play. So, yeah, it does, Pine Tree. You use that initial balance. I mean, it's pretty solid. There's several different ways to trade it. You know, and this is why I got out right here, because I know as soon as we don't get back above there, I mentioned it in real time. I said, if this candle opens red, I'm getting out. Or if this candle turns back red. So I waited to get out for this candle to get back below the body of that, the body of this candle here. Because to me, that's your short trigger if you're going to take it. He has bounced right there off the 59.12 where the VWAP is. So yeah, I think the retest of 735 probably works for a short. Not something I normally would take, but probably works. It's got a decent shot at working. You got 4 minutes to the top of the hour. We are in the macro, which means we should move towards the draw on liquidity here, whatever that might be. Took that VWAP blind, just eval. Let's go. 10-minute chart shows 650 being a good solid support. I mean, it makes sense, right? That's down there right where the VWAP is. You also have this fair value gap, some wicks down there. We bounced off this here. We bounced off of it here, here, here. So we did leave relative equal lows here. A lot of wicks right down here at the IBL. So I think that's going to be your draw on liquidity here for now. And also, I would like the sweep of this area, sweep out these wicks to continue higher. I think at the end of the day, we end back up here in the 8s. That'd be my guess, but could be wrong. For now, the ES is holding pretty strong over there. Your best trades are waiting for areas like that. I'm going to try to trade in between huge support and resistance area. I get chopped up. Yeah. Kind of like that diddle in the middle. There's the direct test of 735. Like I said, I think that's a decent area to short. It's okay. If I was shorting that area, I wouldn't hate it. And then, you know, just put your stop up here at the 65. It's a little wide, but not horrible. And obviously, if you start getting a momentum candle kind of through this gap, then that's your sign that maybe it's not going to work. The only thing I will say, we are in discount of the range here, or at least right in the middle. This is probably right where premium and discount is, 50% of the range. So could kind of go either way here. If you get a momentum candle through the 60 here, I think that's going to be a pretty good long spot. But we'll see what happens. We don't know. Yeah, exactly, Trev. ES testing the 19 directly. Does it hold? Now, I'll probably go stop to break even right at the 25s on this push down. So right there. I go stop to break even off that 35 right now because you don't want this to retest at 35 at this point. It's already offered 10 points. There's 11 points. There's 14 points. 15 points. There you go. So this is stop to break even. I probably would be scaling here. And again, you didn't take very much drawdown on that. What'd you take? 4 points, 4.75 points. It's not a trade I normally take, but I think that's just logic, right? Just kind of makes a lot of sense. Little support and resistance play. Touch the 07, kind of makes sense. Oh, I lined up with a wick test, 5 minute. Yeah, I do see this couple untested wicks. You're not looking for home runs off plays like that. You're just looking for little base hits, like he likes to say. You take what you can and you move on. Let's go, Lassie. Nice job. That also was the top of the hour as well. Guys, you guys don't know how much, I guess you probably do, how much a winning trade, just one winning trade can make you feel so much better. I don't know if you noticed, but we've kind of been taking a few L's lately on the fundeds, and it's not a good feeling. Not a good feeling. No matter how much success you have, a couple of days in a row of taking some L's makes you feel a certain way. I just saw that post, Forrest, if you're in here in the Discord. I just saw that. Scalper-Rooney. That's right. Like I said, I think the drawn liquidity is lower. I really do. I think retest of the 640s makes a lot of sense. Let's go, Eloisha. Alyosha. Ali, we'll just call you Ali. Make it easier. Make it easier on an idiot like me. Yeah, Lassie, I used to do that. Like, you spread your wrist that way, and it's a good way to do it. I used to do that 100%. Used to do that 100%. I don't think it's a bad idea. But the only reason why I don't do that now is because I'd rather find one trade that makes sense than have to find 4 or 5. I don't know. Just easier for me. But as far as it does help you from tilting, because let's say you take a loss on one set of 4, well, you still got 3 more chances, right? And if you take 2 wins and 2 losses, you're still break even on the day, but you made progress on half your accounts. So here comes the elevator, guys. The elevator is incoming. 650s on deck here. Just got to lose the 90 here. We'll lose the 90. We trade into the VWAP pretty quickly. ES at the VWAP right now. That's going to be a sign. If the ES breaks the VWAP, then we probably get that elevator into our VWAP over here at the 660s. Let's see what happens. What up, Aaron? You might say, Methodical, why are you sitting some of these out? Well, because I'm already up 1523. I'm already up 1,500 on this account. We've already taken our funded trade, so there's no point in to take anything. If I'm ultimately bullish, but I still think we pull back here, then I'm going to wait for a long setup out of those key areas. So once we sweep into the 640s, I'll look for longs out of there. And we'll try to take a long back to high day. So just grinding lower, testing the 700s. Where did that bounce? Where did that come down to? That's actually, yeah. I don't hate entering short here, to be honest, but this could be a reversal. I'm going to wait. If I'm being patient so far, we're going to just continue to be patient. Let's just continue. Yeah, I'm still annoyed with the copier over here. What up, Charles? How he entered me short see, normally I don't get to show you guys this because it doesn't show up on the chart, but today this showed up. So you can clearly see, took me out of the position there, tagged me into a short, and then I had to close the position there for a loss. So we gave back 10 points. So that's probably where most of my profit went, because we gained, it stopped us out for 13.75 points. Then it entered a short here and we lost 10 points. So that's probably where we, so actually had I noticed, I mean, I did notice it right away and I hit close right away on the positions, but it still cost me 10 points. That sucks. Probably would have been up $300 instead of just that $75, $85 that were up on those accounts. Can't you send the documentation into the company and have them correct the trade? No. It's a copier issue, so Frank, they won't do anything. How many minis do I trade? Just one. History. On an eval, you might see me take 2. I had just one here. Yeah, one here. One here. But unfortunately, the stop, when the copier didn't take the stop off, had a little malfunction and messed me up. But yeah, typically just one mini. No, Charles, I have not. We are struggling on that account a little bit. We've got, that account is currently at $25,220. So we literally just got it back above the starting point. So I need another $1,300 to get that to pay out. So, but yeah, we've had this account down $500-$600, and now we're back to green on it. So no payouts on those yet. So just kind of been up and down. But I'll let you know as soon as I do. I'd like to for everything to line up, and by the middle of the month, you know, somewhere by the 20th, we have a payout on APEX. We have a payout on my funded futures, and maybe Tradeify. That'd be the idea. Now that sucks, Nordmark. That sucks. I've been struggling too, Nordmark, to be honest with you guys. Like I said, yesterday I tilted. It could have ended really bad. Luckily for me, I was able to get it back and get it back to a reasonable spot. And then with the win today, we're pretty much back to looking good on those accounts. At least right near the break-even mark. Small green on others. And I do want to tell you guys what we're doing with the live account. So originally I had mentioned I was going to trade micros with the live account, and I'm going to give away the profits at the end of the month. So I'm still going to do that, but I'm not going to do that with this account. This account, we're going to trade minis, and I'm going to take the profit at the end of the week. So whatever the profit is at the end of the week, I'm paying myself. I'm going to start another live account, and I'm just going to wait for the new year to do that. That way we can keep a record, a year-long record of how we do on that account. And I will be giving away the profits to that account at the end of every month to you guys. Nordmark, you could just implement the same strategy that I'm doing, where you take one trade per day, risk 200 for 400, or whatever you want to do, whatever your risk to reward is, and put the account away after the first trade. So, Thomas, I'm just saying that sometimes if you use a VPN when you're trading Apex, it triggers something in their system, and they might request a video from you. Because you got to understand, if your address is in Athens, Georgia, but your VPN shows you're in New York trading, then that's a red flag to them. So, doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. It's just that you may have to actually show yourself trading your accounts, because otherwise they may think that someone in New York is trading your accounts. Or something along those lines, if you get what I'm saying. And also, some people do the VPN thing to kind of skirt the 20 account rule. That way you got two different IP addresses. Maybe you're trading 40 accounts instead of 20. But that's their way of kind of getting around that. I'm trading minis on my live account right now, Charles. It's only $2,000 account, and we're trading one mini, and I'm linking it to my funded accounts, trying to keep myself from tilting, because if I got the live account on there, I think I'll stick to the one trade per day. So, Frank, you can just do it with AMP futures, which is essentially Ninja Trader or Trade of 8. Just Google AMP futures, and if you want to trade a micro, I would suggest probably $1,000. A mini, $2,000 is tight. Trust me, that's tight for a mini. But that's what I'm doing. I think with my risk to reward, it'll be fine. So, but you could start it with $500 and trade a micro if you wanted to. A single micro. It's completely up to you. I don't suggest starting the live account unless you're pretty comfortable with your strategy and you're consistent, because you're just going to lose more money that way. Yeah, I'm using AMP on Ninja. All you do for your connections, I don't want to make sure it doesn't show my, yeah, so it's not going to show it to you. But all it is just your username and password, live account, and you can name it whatever you want. You just click on Ninja Trader and then connect it. That's it. Easy peasy. Because so I'll show you kind of what I got going on here. So I've got Rhythmic APEX. I've got Trade of 8 live account, or an AMP account. And then I've got Trade of 8 Tradeify accounts. And so they can all be connected. You can have as many Trade of 8's accounts connected with only one Rhythmic at one time on Ninja as you'd like. And then you can trade those all at the same time using the Replicanto trade copier. I think that Gonzalez, I think you got to have $500 in there for a one mini. I think that's what it is. So the 1 minute's going to close above here, and the 30 seconds not yet. I'm going to go ahead and take it. I was pretty certain the 1 minute probably closes above. If it dips back below, I'll probably just kill it. 30 second is not closed above, so you could wait for both. Oh, come on. I don't love that close. Yeah, it stopped out. It did close above, but like I said, to be safe there, you could wait for the 30 seconds to close, but I may re-enter. I might re-enter here. Since I'm green, I'm going to go ahead and re-enter. And I'm going to try to take 2 contracts here. And I'm going to go break even back above that wick there that we just created. I think we can push through here. So I'm going to go break even back above this wick. Risking a decent amount of my profits here. But you know what they say, no risk, no reward. That's actually 10 points. I mean, I'm going to scale one there. Yeah, it's almost 10 points. So I'll scale one there. We'll go break even. I want to see the 30 second close above here. And I'm just going to target the 66s, 20 points. So 10 minis, 5K. Yeah, but the problem is, Gonzalez, so if you touch the drawdown, the minimum drawdown amount, it's going to liquidate you. So you need more than that for 10 minis, a lot more. You probably need 50K for 10 minis. 30 second did not close above yet. 30 second needs to close above here. 10 seconds left on the 30-second candle here. I'm going to trail it here tight. Trailing tight. Choosing my stop as my take profit here. Stopped out there. Let's go. So up 1769. 780 for your last. Let's go. Should get there. You don't really know what's going to happen in this imbalance here. I like that wick right there, 773s. But all right, I got to go take the kid to the doctor today, guys. Jason had surgery on his knee. He's 8 weeks out from his surgery. Everything's going good, but we got to take him to the doctor to get the release, final release for him. So I do have to leave here in just a moment to go take him to the doctor. So if the high hits, you're funded. I mean, I think it's reasonable to think the high hits. Now, the only thing I would say, let me think about this. High, low. Yeah, I guess it should be fine. It's a decent probability it hits, but we'll see. I think you used a fair value yet. That was about 20 minutes to the left. Do you have a limit? No, Frank. And the reason I didn't really... So the safer play here, as crazy as it sounds, is the 30-second chart. Because see how close your break-even stop is there? 5 points. So actually would have got stopped out break-even on the 30-second chart. So it's a little bit of a dangerous play taking that with such a big 30-second gap there. And this gap's not that obvious in the grand scheme of things, right? 7.5 points, not that obvious. But same as before, I was kind of using the ES here. You know, right here is where I entered the trade. We were pushing above. So I thought we would just continue, but what happened? It wicked lower, stopped me out. Then I just re-entered on that candle there, thinking that it would continue higher. So yeah, I don't love the older ones, but sometimes you have to use what you have to use. Let's go. Nice job, Lassie. Let's go. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for me. If you want to help support the channel, hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Maybe we'll be back this afternoon for a stream. We'll see. I might fire up the power hour if we get back in time. If you want to help support the channel, 90% off Bulenox, 80% off APEX. My Funded Futures, really good deal on the milestone accounts. Take Profit Trader, 40% off, $102 on the 50K account. Who are we getting? Tradeify, great Tradeify accounts going on. Profit Trade. All of the accounts are linked in the description. We'll be back tomorrow. All green. If you're just joining us, all green. Show you guys the P&Ls once again. I love looking at this. I may just screenshot this and just look at it all day. But anyways, appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next time.